automatically? Yeah, no. That. Um, let's see. There we go. Okie dokie. I should have also a doc for all of that shit. Hang on. How do I put this on here? Because I do want it. There we go. Copy. Okay. There we go. That way I can just see if ever that shit happens. I think I'm good. And then I can just hide this. Okay. Now I don't need to worry. I can just put this on, put this. Maybe should have these. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna set up what I need to do for today. So let's do a quick checklist. I want player, basic player movement and camera. That should be obvious. Jumping, crouching, running. If I can get those four done today, I think I'm good. So after that, I think I'm gonna move on to the next project because I do only need those things working. Everything else is kind of just extra. Uh, let's do a camera. Then, what do I do? This is the head. I should add also a raycast on this, but I think I'll leave that later. For now, I think this should be fine. Player. Let's export some variables here. Let's do sensitivity. And then we'll do walking speed, running speed, crouching speed, and then jump height. These are probably the most basic ones I need. Okay. Physics process. Actually, there's a template that I can use. Yeah, built-in script. There it is. So I can just use this and copy what's happening. Luckily, Godot already has this outside the box, so that's nice. Because this pretty much handles all of the movement that I need. I just need to remove the comments and stuff, because I don't really need those. Oh yeah, right, gravity. This will be gravity. Okay. This will be jump height. This will be walking speed. Actually, it should just be speed. Because later on, speed will be equal to a certain amount depending on these factors. For now, let's just call it 0. Okay. Add a different world here. Let's remove this. Don't need that. This one, it will be our little demo world. Change this to world environment. This one would be, what is it? Static body, mesh instance, collision shape, world boundary, mesh instance would be the plane. There we go. Nice. Floor. I also want a mesh instance here, so I can see where the player is, because it can be quite difficult to know where it could be. Also, just add like a new material on it, maybe like give it like a yellow color. I can see it properly. And I mean, we're already in Godot 4, we might as well use the top of the top creme de la creme features. So we will have all of the lighting bazingas in. Uh, what's physical? Oh, it's like a physically accurate one. Um, really don't like. Whatever. It's a demo. SDFGI. I don't need SSR. I don't need SSIL. I think SSIL. SSIL is fine. Slightly, slightly useful. I don't need glow. I don't need fog. I think we're good, just in terms of a base for the demo. And I want to see how it's looking. I also don't want it to be popped off, and so you can see. Okay. A bit of a problem here. I don't know if I'm moving or not. Hang on. Let me make this smaller. Yeah, so I did not code this properly. Hang on. Alright, because speed is equals to 0, walking speed. You know what? Let's code this in. Why not? Walking speed if uh, input is action pressed. Sprint run. Else running speed. Elif uh, it is crouching. Crouch else uh, crouching speed. Does that work? Oh, so it doesn't allow me to do it. Oh, that sucks. Alright, whatever. If this I'll just call it current speed. And then current speed will be equal to running speed LF is crouching gonna be crouching speed. Wait, oh, it's still running. uh, current speed is equals to walking speed, usually. Then direction, da 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 da. Okay. In here, I can probably just set arbitrary values. I'll just do 10, 20, and then 5. I'll add inputs, crouch, and run. I'll add shift as run, control as crouch, and should be able to move. Okay? That's run, and this is crouch. Okay, cool. So that's done. Now I need to do uh, the camera movement. I also should probably revert this back to a bigger plane so I don't trip and fall. Actually, you're not going to trip and fall because it's a boundary, but visually, so. I also need to add like a sun lamp. Was it light? Something? Directional light. And then should be fine. Right? Yeah, this looks. Okie dokie. UI left and stuff. I think we'll add WASD in there. Just so I don't have to think about it really. Yeah. Now we have movement actually working. Let's move on to the camera. Which I believe they don't have. They don't have a built-in script for that, so you're gonna have to figure it out yourself. But the gist of it, actually, I think before I do that, I'll add this to my do movement. There we go. I think that's everything it needs. And then, oh, hang on. But I don't really know if that is actually that difficult. Um, head, rotate X. I believe it's X. Yeah, it's X. Event relative dot X. I think that's how that's supposed to work. And then rotation degrees is equals to clamp F, and then like negative 180, 180, because you can't have, and then, oh, it's probably 90 instead of 180. We'll do like 70, because I figure you don't really need to look like down, down. And then rotate Y will be this guy. Actually, this is Y. And I think these need to be negative because you want it to go the opposite way, I think. And I am spazzing out because you're just supposed to transform these into radians. Neg to rad. That whole shebang. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I need to also, at the beginning, input set mouse mode to captured. I also should set up a failsafe. It's always important to do this. If input is key pressed, key escape. Let's just make it quit the game. I don't really need to like pause currently. I just need to quit. So now I move around with my cursor. I can move up or down. Simple, pretty shrimple. I can move around. Pretty standard stuff. I also can't jump because I think I did code that in. I just haven't actually like put that in. I have put a value in, and then do this. I quit. There we go. Nice. Let's do the jump. Let's add a value for the jump. Let's just do 30, and then we'll do, I don't know, let's do 10 for the gravity. The mouse sensitivity also needs to be factored in. Haven't put that in there. Which honestly, it's already moving fairly fast. I don't really need it to be more than that. I'm thinking we should just set that. Actually, we'll lower that. We'll set that to like 0.7 or something. Because it is a mega high. Oh, this needs to be negative. Whoops. Wait, is it? Jump height plus. Is it supposed to be negative? I think it is supposed to be negative, right? Gravity is 10. Move and slide. Yeah. Am I missing something? Okay, it's just really slow. The gravity is way too slow. I'm thinking we should just set it the same as the jump height. Still very floaty. We'll do like, we'll do 60. Maybe the double the jump height. There we go. Now it feels a lot snappier. Nice. Okay. Let's add a crosshair. I think Kenny has a crosshair pack. There it is. But honestly, do I even need a crosshair? I think I'll just need like a dot. I'm not even gonna lie. I just need a dot. So I'm thinking just use. Uh, eh, sure. I'll draw that in. Do 5 by 5 crosshair. Documents, projects, FPS, the JPEG. There we go, crosshair. Bang. And now, add this bad boy. And then at ready, we do crosshair position equal to get viewport. Get viewport size divided by 2. I think that's how you do this. Let me just check. It is! Nice. Now we have a little crosshair. Very easy crosshair. I think I'm gonna just modulate it. I'm gonna make it half visible. There you go. We have a very simple crosshair. We have a jump mechanic, and we have a crouch. And we have these speeds that we can do. We do need to change the height for crouch. That's what we're gonna do next. Is there any other optimizations I need to do? Maybe this. This doesn't really need to be in the process. It just needs to be like here. So when there's an input, it will calculate the speed. And then we can also make it so that when it's pressing crouch, this guy's height, where is it? Collision, this guy, and this guy's height will change. Okay, so preloading those are not supported. I'm just gonna call this collision, and then I could probably also put just else. So that way, I can do shape, height, Yeah, shape height is equals to, currently it's 2.0. We'll just do 1.0. That should be fine. It's like slightly more efficient, potentially. This one, I can also probably have it here. Be fine. Move toward. Eh? What? What do you mean? It's the same code, huh? Yeah, current speed. Wait, I don't get it. Wait, why is it, huh? Eh? Oh, okay. Why does this break? Huh? Huh? Wait, I'm so confused. What? How did this break by just moving these? Because all I did is move all of this to this. What? I am so weirded out. Wait, how does that make sense? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, this is very weird. I don't know why adding this piece of code breaks this. Am I missing something? Does physics process go first, then input? So since current speed hasn't been made yet, it would think that current speed is 0, which means it can't move, or no, rather than 0. So that's why it crashes immediately. That's probably why. Because I was thinking, like, there's no way that this is the only reason why it breaks, but I think it is. Uh, okay. This one's easy. It's just, you know, crouch. I do wish there's a smoother way to do this, because that's kind of annoying, just that. I also don't know what happens to the player head. What does happen? Hang on. If I set that to 1, yeah, like the shit becomes like disjointed from the collision shape. which isn't exactly what I want. You typically want that to be a bit. Yeah, you want it to be responsive to this. I think, if I remember this correctly, every meter you add, you need to add one, and you need to add 0.5 to the head. You need to move it by 0.5. Because currently it's 1 because it's 2 meters. If you move it to 3, it'll up to 1.5. So I think we need to do the same for the camera. The mesh instance, I don't really know if I need to do that, but it will look weird if it's like not that, so shit. Alright, well, fine. Update. Do I need a variable for this? Crouching height. Sure, I'll do it. Normal height. Might as well. Jump. There should be a different word for this. Jump. You know what? Jump height. I think people won't get confused by that. Crouching height, normal height. I also should separate these two. There we go. So now I can set these separately. Unless something... Oh, right, because these two. Uh... Sure. And then I do this piece of code on this guy. Mesh instance. Mesh instance mesh height equals to height. Then the camera. Hang on. Is okay. Wait, hang on. Because if it's 3, I need to add 0.5. So I need to convert 3 to 0.5. So it would be height minus 2.0 divided by 2. Think that's how that works? So if I have 3, my height should be... Oops. Okay, well this is annoying. Let me... let me set this to, like, set mouse mode to, like, something else. Oh, right, I still have it. Whoops. Also, I put that in physics for some reason. What the hell? What's going on? Alright, so now I go to remote, check the player, check the head. Yeah, so it's 1.5. If I crouch, it'll be 0.5, which makes sense. So now I'm actually reflecting what the height is supposed to be. Because if I do 2, now it's supposed to be 1, and then 0.5. Nice! There we go. Actually, accurate, um, crouching that adjusts per camera. Pretty poggers! Okay, cool. I'm not gonna bother with the snapping that's happening because I'm gonna deal with that if I feel like, okay, well, this is important or something. Like, right now it's not important that it's snapping, or it's not snapping to the ground, so I'm good. I don't need to worry about that. It is very easy to fix, though. I could theoretically just snap it back to the ground when it crouches. So, like, pop, pop, like, immediately. So there's no, like, it doesn't feel jank. You know what? I want to see if I can prove to myself that is it that easy. If I add a raycast, floor, check. And then, if I do a crouch, if floor check, I forgot, like, what was it? Get collision point, I think? Yeah. Get collision point. This is for bodies, yes. Bodies. And then position Y. Dot Y? that work? There we go. So now it snaps instead of like floating down. See, it's that easy. That easy. So now it's no longer like a janky McJankinson. It actually works. Let's do, where is it? Input. Input key escape. Just put this there again. So now we have everything. This is all just gonna be extra stuff because I kind of just wanna I just wanna add it. I want the FOV. Do I really want FOV changes? I remember when I used to do this FOV changes. It's like annoying because it's like a lot of bleh. Maybe I just need to organize this shit. Probably should just do that. Export. Movement setting. There you go. Movement settings, height settings. Should be easy enough to read it. I forgot how you're supposed to add comments on these. You're supposed to be able to add comments. Like description. Yeah, I don't know how you add a description on it. Like for exports. Yikes. Okay, well. Uh okay. Well, at least I have this ready in case I need an FPS game, because I've been meaning I have like an FPS project that I want to work on. So this base is at least ready to go for me to just hop in and just make stuff. So now I'm gonna work on another project that I have on the pipeline. I have this one, which is a different one. This is a math game that I've been wanting to make. And I started this like in the afternoon and then I just kind of got lazy, so I think I should probably try and finish at least a working demo of it because that would be fun. I think I only got movement. Yeah, I only got movement sort of working, which isn't even working. It's like kind of broken. It's supposed to be going to the player. There we go. Player goes there. And then ideally it also shouldn't get to the player per se. It should only get to a certain point near the player and then it should start attacking, like doing an attack animation instead of this. I'm thinking we probably should even leave this here. We don't need we don't need that. This would be the player. This would be the enemy. Actually, that was stupid. I did need the area. It's just that it's not gonna be near the player anymore. Something like this. So he gets this close. So he gets this close. He touches the area. Hey, hi, Kristen. Sorry if I missed it. This game seems interesting. Thank you. Um, how much it cost? I don't know. I'm planning to just release a demo. My structure would be I'll release a free demo, and then when people seem to really like it, I'll charge money for it. Otherwise, it should be free. I don't think I'll be charging money, especially for a math game. So let's be real here. I don't think people are gonna be there's not a big market for like math games. I don't think people are willing to pay to get a headache. But if people are like wanting it, if there's a demand for it, then I'll sell something that's actually like fully polished and everything. Play on console or PC? Probably just stick to PC. I'll have it on all OSs, but I don't think I can have it on console. Maybe Android, but no console, unfortunately. Yeah, let's add like a make this local because I don't want to add like an animation there on this. What projects are you working on? Are you a game developer, Kristen? This game is hard to play or easy? It should be easy. I was planning it to be like a very easy math game, and then it gets harder. But the whole point is that you're supposed to get better at math while playing the game. So, you know, conceptually it should be fun. I just think that like my execution of it will very much be like it needs to be good or else it's not gonna end up well. Don't think I need that. Thank you for the follow, Kristen. Appreciate it. But yeah, as I asked, do you develop games yourself, or are you just a Twitch viewer passing by the? I'm assuming just the lowest view count streams and just sort of figuring stuff out. Because I usually do that as well. I kind of just look around Twitch streamers, especially development streamers, and just sort of figure out what people are doing. Just here. Then I do Bezier on this. I love this button. I don't know when they added this button. That is like a lifesaver. I don't know when they added that Bezier button. It is a godsend. What do you do besides streaming? I'm currently a uni student. I do university. You study or work? Currently, I study. I do part-time work, but it's not like priority. I used to work. I used to do a video editing gig and a 3D. I'm a 3D artist back in the day, but now I'm just a student. Let's see. That is a horrible attack. I forgot you don't have like the same Blender controls here. I keep treating it like as if it's Blender. We're from the US. I'm from the Philippines. Where are you from, actually, Krista? Are you also from the US? Or are you in the US rather? That's a better phrase to ask that question. Here, I'm from Cali. Hey, West Side. Here, having a weirdly hard time with this animation. This is like not supposed to be that hard. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. That depicts it enough. Um, so I just need to code this to detect the area. This is player, right? Hang on. Player. Add this in. This is like very rudimentary, so this shouldn't be too bad. He says as he completely fails. Then if this function gets an area entered, if area is in group player, I play the animation. Play attack. I also don't know how, like, I don't know why I know why Godot does it. They have the reset tracks. Every time I try to use that thing, it just doesn't work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. I don't know if there's like a specific reason or a specific way you're supposed to do it, but it just ain't it, man. Also, this is clearly going to be a problem because if it keeps touching the area, it'll keep playing the animation. I need a and animation player is stopped. Think animation player. There we go. It's is stopped, right? Is stopped. Is stopped. Wait, what? Is playing. Oh, did they change it? I thought it was supposed to be is stopped. Huh, strange. This is also the first. Is this the first time I'm developing in 4.4? I think not. I think it's 4.3. I developed in 4.3 last time. Maybe they changed some things, but oh well. I read the update for Godot 4.5 development update. I don't know what abstract classes are. They did like a thing where like abstract classes are now in Godot, and I'm just like, what are abstract classes? I have no idea what they are. I'm not smart enough, and so I watched another guy who's like I would say he's like a reasonably senior developer, sort of explain what it is and what are the problems with it currently. And apparently there was a few bugs. And I still didn't understand what he was saying. I don't know what abstract classes are. And apparently they're adding abstract methods. Like, I'm just not. I just don't know what they are. I've been using Godot for so long, I still don't know what those are. Like, maybe I'm just not using Godot correctly, but I just don't know. I don't know what those are. So I think this should be good. If I play this, also this should be embedded so you can see it. Um, there we go. And also, I already see a problem. This should be slightly more further. There we go. So it'll keep attacking, quote unquote. What the fuck? Huh? Wait, why is the game window not showing? Whoa, I've never seen that before. Whoa, that's trippy. The game is playing, but it's not showing up in OBS. That's so strange. What? Automatic? Bit? What? Windows 10? That is so strange. What on earth? Same executable. What? Why does it not play? I'm so confused. The game is playing, but I'm assuming this is a different window inside Godot. It should just do it, but I guess not, because Godot's being weird. I'm just gonna add a different window for it, I guess. Which is annoying, because now I have to have two windows playing. There we go. Now, this bad boy is attacking. And now, if I place the enemy right here, where the spawn point is supposed to be, he goes in, he's attacking, you need to answer the question up top. Of course, it's not going to show up, because why would it? Why would it work? Obviously. Simple question. Simple answer. There we go. So now it will keep attacking. I don't know, is it just me or my thing is laggy? It's like in the preview, it's like super choppy. I don't know if that's actually legit or if OBS is just tripping. Because it looks super choppy on OBS. I don't know if it's choppy on the stream. Anyways, this will be the attack animation, and then ideally other things will start going. I do have an interesting problem now, because say there's gonna be multiple enemies, right? So there's gonna be another enemy. If there's like 5 enemies attacking, right? There's gonna be 5 enemies attacking. How would you be able to read the questions? Yeah, because this can be a problem, right? Because you don't know what answers, what you need to answer. Hmm. Like maybe you just need to answer the one at the first question instead of doing. Hmm. This is odd. Because maybe a potential solution would be when an enemy spawns, there's like a problem that shows up here, and then it will queue the problems, right? So, for example, the first question will be like 1 plus 1, and it'll pop up here. And then another one will pop up, which is like 2 plus 3. And then another one will pop up, which is like 5 plus 4. And then it'll keep adding until like it doesn't show up on screen anymore, and in that point you need to answer all three. Because I'm trying to think design wise if that is a good idea or if this is fine, right? The whole point of the game is like, oh, like you just need to answer quickly. Hmm. You know what? I think this is fine. I think this is fine. So I had an idea in my head where like, oh, maybe I should add like word problems in it. Maybe word problems are going to be for like boss fights. They're not gonna be for regular enemies. So for now, where I think I'm just gonna leave it as this. So it should be fine. Should be fine. So now that I have that, I'll also delete this because I don't really need that anymore. I'll replace it with this. And then I'll add an enemy here. Function, process. Let's add a timer. Let's set it to like every 5 seconds. Oh wait, is timer the one that has the is stop? Oh, okay. So I just got it confused. Never mind. So there is an is stop method. It's just for timers, not for animation players. I got confused. Okay. Because I was wondering, I was like, wait, where's that method? I thought there was a method for that. Come on, Godot, you know what to do. There we go. So spawn, I take spawn enemies, randi from 0 to spawn enemies size. Is it size? Wait, array. Yeah, it's size, right? Oh, but if I do that, oh, okay. Probably just transfer this here. Oh, it's a method. Never mind. It is a method. Whoops. Spawn enemies size. Possible enemies, 1 minus that. It should just keep spawning the same monster. Then, how do you instantiate a scene? Go to T3. Let me just ask real quick. How do you instantiate I can't instantiate a packed scene in Godot? Preload instantiate. Okay. Preload path must be a constant string. Oh, to load this packed scene. I already have the packed scene. And then I just dot instantiate it. Oh, never mind. Easy. And then let's add a node. Sure. Not node 3D. Uh, let's add like a random node to just have it. Will that work? Hey, look at that! It works, but it's like not in the right position. I think it's because the spawn point it needed to have it in the spawn point instead. Okay, whatever. All right. Because I was thinking to myself, maybe I shouldn't have it on spawn because I already have a timer. Because that may make things complicated, but whatever. It's fine. So now I have that going on. Why did it just disappear? What? Wait, I'm so confused. Why did it do that? It's supposed to attack. Wait, what? Why did it? Oh, is it? Wait. No, this is the same script. What? The root node is recommended not to be transformed. Is it transformed? It is transformed. Why was it transformed? Yeah. Because this is like the normal node, and then it does the thing, attack. But for some reason, this one deletes itself or something. I don't know why does it delete itself. Is it like because the script local to scene? Yeah. I think it's because it's not local to scene, maybe? But like, it seemed to be working fine. Are there any errors? Okay, this one should be gone. Yeah, like what? It just disappears. What's going on? Wait, oh no, it's biting me in the ass again. I said this one's gonna be easy, and all of a sudden it becomes very difficult for no apparent reason. What is going on? Why is it all of a sudden harder? Yeah, it just did what? Like, what could possibly be the reason? Hang on, let me check what's happening here. Okay, so it's spawning them in. It keeps resetting. So I'm looking at the remote version, which is the one playing right now. It keeps going back to 300 for some reason. What? Does this have to do with the animation player or something? I have a feeling that it's because of the animation player. Like, is it because of this? Is there like a way to make it like relative or something? I think what's happening is that it takes this position, it takes the actual global positions, and then it moves it that way, which is not what I wanted. I wanted it to move when it's at the position instead of doing this. Don't tell me I need to do tweening shit. Oh, this is so cringe. I don't want to do tweening shit, bro. Oh man, can I do Chat GPT to do it for me? Hang on. I don't want to do tweening shit. Let me see if I can cheese this. Because it's really annoying to do tweening. 369. I bet I can probably do this. 397, 5, 552, 266.75, 389. I think it's the same. Oh, it's not. 389.9. Okay. So, let's see. These are X, position X values. I want you to turn them into a tween script that would execute in order. Oh, what is this bullshit, man? This is too complicated. Make it simpler. That's kind of it. Also, I don't even think this is Godot. This is not GD script. Make it relative to the node's position. So it moves. So 369 would be 9. 397 would be 40, and so on. Yeah, just an approximate. Okay, this is like, this should be, okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, this is like weirdly... What the fuck? Okay, this is like weirdly complicated, I don't know why. Target position... What's going on? Target node. South. Instead of here, does it here instead. Alright, let's see if this works. If this works, I would be surprised. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this is gonna work. Sheerly because of just how much jank it is. But let's see if this actually works. That I would be genuinely surprised if it actually works. It approaches. Is it gonna do it? Oh, it kinda does it. It kinda does it. I think, hang on. Oh, wait. That was correct. Whoops. I was wondering, I was like, wait, why is it not moving? Okay, that's why. Well, let's see if this works. Okay. Um, kinda. I also think this needs to be paused. So, like, it'll be like this, and then it'll be like that. Let's see. Hmm. Hang on. I have an idea. What if I ditch all of that? Okay, I have an idea. Currently, the problem is that I think I need to just turn everything into a tween and not even do like the area shit. So the idea is that I will do everything animated and then it will also include the attack loop, the attack animation in it. So I can do something like I can do something like this, where I can even add like a path. Say if I just make this local, if I add a path on it, and then it like follows that path. So like, say it gets to here. I think it'll be better if it's here though. Path follow. What's path follow? Takes its parent, returns the coordinate, gives its distance to the first vertex. Ah. Oh, hang on. Reset. There we go. So that way, I can control how far the enemy gets to its position. And I can also customize, like, hey, if I want to move it in this position, if I want to move it, say there's like a forest here in the middle, and then it sort of is like a tower defense thing, and like you can see it go through. That could be fun. That could be fun. However, right now it's upside down for some reason. I don't know how to fix that. Is there like a thing that I need to do? Rotate. There we go. Okay, so I just turn off rotation. So now I have a path that I can like reasonably always know where it's gonna get to. So when I set this to 1, it'll always get to here. I play the animation that it has, which breaks everything because of course it does. um, okay, so maybe animation player is not the way to go because it's obvious that it breaks it. It breaks everything. So I think we're gonna have to ditch the animation player. It just it breaks. We can't have it in. Or hear me out here. Instead of doing the path thing, what if I animate it going to the position, it plays the animation, and that way it's always constant because it's always gonna get to this position anyway. And then I can adjust like how fast it gets to that position. I think that's better. I think I'm gonna do it. I do now have to adjust this, which is annoying, but that's fine. Set this here and remove that. Okay. So let's walk it back a bit here. Walk. Let's say okay, you know what? Let's just keep it simple, right? Walk here, and then after let's say 5 seconds, it gets to me. You know what? I'll adjust the speed scale accordingly to this. So it'll get to this position. Get to the position that it's next to the player. These will be linear. I adjust the speed scale to like 0.2. It gets there fairly slowly. And then it does an attack afterwards. I'm not even gonna bother with the actual animation for now. I'm just gonna worry about getting this working. Okay, remove all this stuff. I don't need that. Place, walk, animation player is playing, and then uh There we go. Does this work? What? um, okay, does the walk, does the attack. The walk needs to be at like 0.2. Maybe like I set that shit to auto start. So that way it just knows what to do. So maybe like that maybe? Oh wait. Oh, because it still has this shit. Whoops. Yeah, you want the speed scale to be lower. What the fuck? I am so confused. There we go. Huh. Not attacking though. Does this work? Does it... Wait. Hang on. It spawns the enemy. Okay, so it jumps. It does process immediately. It doesn't even do function. Can I do function in it? And then like do that first? Like before it even does anything? Cannot play method. Okay. So it has to be ready instead of in it. Yeah, and it skips it. Even though it says not playing. It skips this and it like completely goes to here immediately. Which is annoying. I don't love that. That's annoying. But there is a solution. If arrived, there we go. That's like that should solve our problems. Because it just goes walk. What? What the fuck? What? I'm sorry. What is going on, dog? Why is it what? Walk. Wait for it to not play. If it arrived, do this. I'm sorry, what? Did it have like a different version? Hang on a second. Maybe I just needed to reload. I'm sorry, what is going on? Por favor? Explícame? Why does it skip? It skips to this animation for some reason. Eh? And it's not even the right speed. Hang on. If I set the speed scale, to 1.0 here, this should tell me if it's going to the ready function. So it is. It is going to the ready. It goes through here. It plays the animation. It doesn't wait for some reason. It doesn't wait for the animation to stop playing. And then it does this auto. What? Does await not work? What do you mean? Await. Okay, hang on a second. Why does this not work? It jumps immediately to process, even though I have an await for the animation player to stop at ready. Why is that? Executes once when the mode is ready. Animation player walks. It's called the walk animation starts. Await not animation player is playing. Pauses the execution on the ready function only. The rest of your game's logic, including process, is not paused. Executes every frame. Arrived remains false for the duration of the walk animation. And if arrived, the condition in process wouldn't be met. Is that the process will still execute repeatedly, even when ready is await. Okay. But that doesn't answer my question because it's all in false. It's in false. This shit plays. This shit plays at the same time. If arrived, it won't play this. Makes sense. Actually, this should be backwards. Right? So this will play. And then Alright, that's all of it. And then this one, this one should stop. This one will play. This one will wait. It is likely that you're observing the behavior. Arrive becomes true after the walk animation is finished. It doesn't even show me the walk animation. It immediately goes to attack animation. If it's skipping the walk animation entirely, going straight to attack, the line await not attacking is playing is the culprit. When animation player play walk is called, animation starts playing. Immediately after that, animation player is playing will return true. Not animation player is playing will return false. Await false does not pause the function. Await expression needs a signal to actually pause. Await false resolves immediately. Because await false doesn't pause, the ready. Oh. Animation finished. Does it even have that? It maybe? Oh, because this has a thing, right? Animation finished. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Arrived. Speed scale. If arrived, this does its thing. Okay. Does it work now? Up. Hang on. Hold. And I'm assuming it's because of this thing. Yep. Because of this thing. Alright. And this should fix it. Because it's literally just that, no? Yep. Compatible methods, sure. Okay. Because I'm not even gonna use anim name. I just need it to be called when the animation's finished. Okay. That goes through. That plays. Its animation. Nice. Very poggers. So now we have like a pretty jank system, but overall, I'm happy with it. I don't think I need to be worried about it. So we can rest easy knowing that it should be fine. So now let's work on the actual problems, the actual things that will be put on the enemies. So I'm gonna make a new function, generate problem, uh, var uh, problem will be equal to rand I 1 through 4. I'll add 1 addition, 2 is subtraction, etc. You get the gist. Then if problem is equals to 4, first number, for now let's just do randi 1 through 10. I don't need it to be that difficult for now. And then var second number. Oop. Oh, let's check something. Nothing. Okay. Second number would be first number. Uh, times a random number multiplied by another random number. Actually, this should be... Eh, this should switch places. Then, else, first number equals to Let's just do 1 through 100 just for now. And the second number is also gonna be 1 through 100. Actually, just because I know that there's gonna be some messy business with like the big numbers, I think I need an exception for 3 as well. You know what? Sure, let's just do 1 to 20. That's fine. It's only on divide because the divide that cannot have decimals because decimals are way too annoying to calculate mentally. Maybe for like a harder opponent, but for this one, I don't want decimals. Decimals are the bane of my existence. I cannot mental decimals. So if I can't mental something, I'm not gonna put it in the game. I'm only gonna put it as like a optional thing, maybe. Oh, Randai range. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Um. Now I set the label. Actually, I'll just call it label. Label x is equals to. Hang on. Var. Uh. What is it called? Operation. Plus minus times divide. First number operations problem second number. There we go. Do a generate problem at the very beginning. This should be it. So this will give us just random problems every time it generates. That's already a problem. That's not. That is not it. Is not it. Right. You can't have this one. There we go. Alright, this one. Also, we fucked up the dividing math. So that's great. Okay, 6 times 9. Okay. 15 plus 11. Okay, these are very easy. These are very easy. I mean, honestly, the the 6 times 9, I'm already having a hard time. 9 minus 0. 9 minus 9 equals 0. 30 minus 2. Okay. The divide is the one I need to work on. 18 times 20. I don't know how you were going to be able to do that mentally. 1 times 1. Easy. 16 times 16. Yeah, these are like way too damn difficult for uh the multiplication ones are way too difficult. I'm gonna need to do like some sort of limiter for them. I haven't even been paying attention. Okay, 320 divided by 5. Kind of there, but like again, it's like it's a bit iffy. Bit iffy. Okay. So for now, I think my intuitions were correct. So this one is division. This one is multiplication. If it is multiplication, the first one can be big. I'll give it that. The second one cannot be that big. It's like way too difficult. Like mentally. Because already 1 through 20 is hard to do mentally. Hell, I'll even put this at 1 through 5 just so that it's easier. Uh, division. Division. Because I clearly fucked something up here. Second number will be 1 through 10. That's fine. The first number needs to be the second number times a random number. It can't. Actually, it can be the same number. Times 20. 1 through 20. Because that way, it's a lot easier for me to like for you to mentally do it. Because for example, if something is like by 6 or by 5, it'll be easier to like kind of get the gist. So I'll do 1 through 20 for this for the first number. This one's fine. This one's fine. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So now we have a fairly okay problem generator. It's not balanced, but yeah, 30. I can solve that. 30. That one I can probably get it working, but honestly, I can't even mentally do that. This one is the 8, I think. Fuck, I don't know. This is like surprisingly difficult. Okay, 8 minus 18. Yeah, sure. 2 minus 3. Okay, so we'll allow negative numbers because I think that's fine. And then 40 divided by 8. Okay, cool. 7 plus 1. Okay, let's add a way to finally attack. And I have a way to do this. If I go here, if I add a line edit, I believe it only allows for numbers. Or it should just only allow for numbers. Uh, gonna add a theme on this because it's. We do 100 as a tester. You know what? Let me see here first. Like, it'll be like right there. I need it to be like way bigger than that. Maybe like 100 should be fine. Answer. If input is key pressed, key enter. Text equals to empty. Let's just say if this works. I can add words, which is I don't know about that, but one. Oh, but it doesn't. Oh, so this is the thing. I need it to be automatically clicked after I press enter. So if I press like 15, 51, 80, yeah, right. So it has to be automatically clicked. Let me see. Yeah, deselect on focus. I probably should have that locked. Should be fine. Okay. 7. Ooh, that's annoying. Hmm. I might need to do like a custom solution. Fuck me, man. I thought this shit was gonna be easy, man. Alright, whatever. Okay, fine. I'm gonna change it to like a label or something. Label. Answer. I know it's like really bad. I kind of just want to make a big ass uh like if statement. Oh, it's like an optimized way to do this for every number, right? I want every number. Hang on. Is there a way to check an if a key press is if an input key press is going to be a number or a letter in DD script? Oh, wait, that's hella smart. Oh shit. Wait, that's actually really smart. So the AI suggested that you go to inputs, you make a thing called number, and you add every input for every number. That is actually one of the most goated solutions I've ever seen. So you know what? Props to you, AI. You got this one. This one's actually smart because I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I probably should also not call it UI number. Number key. That makes more sense. I got number key, event key code equal. Hmm. You know what? I wanna see. Oh shit. There we go. Oh, it's like numbers. It's not like the actual key code. Well, I'm assuming it is the key code, but it's not like. Hmm. To get a human readable representation of input event key, OS get key code string event key code. Get key code string? Does that work? Oh, it does! Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, so it just works. Holy, that is nutso. Does it? How do you append something in a string? Hang on. Append. Insert. That's not exactly what I want. Didn't. Is it insert? Insert at what position? Is there no append? Am I crazy? Hang on. How do I append a string to another string? Oh, oh. That's oh. I literally just do it. Yes. Whoops. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Uh, remove. It'll be like backspace, delete. I think that's kind of it. Backspace and delete. If input is action just pressed, remove. How about I remove the last character of string? Substring. Extract a portion. Length -1. That's easy enough. Substring. Okay, is this gonna work? Oh my goodness gracious. It works like a charm. Holy, okay. Uh, now I just need a negative number. So if you press the minus key, it will switch between minus and not minus. So if input is key pressed, uh, key minus, how do I detect if a string starts with a minus? If begins with. Okay. How do I remove the first character of string? Oh, so it's just this, but I do that. Okay. Else, okay, does this work? Oh, it doesn't. Wait, what? Oh, because this is equals. It's not minus. Wait, was it? Wait, what is this? What is this key? It is a minus. Wait, whoa, 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 wait, 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 what? Negative. Wait, what? Hang on a second. If text begins with this, else, what? Then it should be doing this. Oh, wait. Why does this not... Uh... I don't know who you are, but I have a bad feeling about you. I'm just gonna remove you from here. I have a I have a weirdly bad feeling about that guy. Just gives me some bad juju vibes. Why does this not insert a minus when I press the minus key? The line text insert is a problem. Does not have an insert method. The insert method is typically found in array-like functions. Okay. I guess that's a more straightforward way to do it. So just do this instead. That makes sense. Okay. Noted. Noted. There we go. So that way, if there's a negative answer, you could always have a negative answer. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Um, so now that I have that, um, hmm. I guess now I just have to implement the logic, right? Like the actual logic of answering. So I have an idea. Obviously, it would be unwise if I like allowed the person to just immediately answer like all the time. So I think a better solution would be if you make a wrong answer, you have like a delay that happens. So you have to be correct. Your answer has to be correct, or else you can't attack for a while. Before I do that, I do need to ensure first that I can, what do you call it? That I can attack the enemies first. There we go. I don't know why that took so long for me to say. So every time I press enter, it will send a signal, attack, and then emit signal, attack with the text number. There we go. So this way I have this as a signal. This is gonna be the annoying part. I need to make it so that when it generates, when an enemy generates, it's gonna go here and connect to the player. So how do I do that? Is the question. Okay, that's not gonna work. Because this needs to be in here. Let me do something. Print get root. Or get what's another thing for get parent? Get the root node of a scheme in Godot. Get tree, get root. Okay. Seems to be straightforward. Get node player. I could also do like a global script situation where like a global script shows up at the beginning, it saves the player, and then I just reference the global script here. That can make it easier because this is basically the same thing. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I think that's good practice, I think. So I'll do a new script called global. And then I'm gonna go to project, globals, open it up, make a global, add that in, global variable, go to global, and then var player, function, ready, get tree, get root, get node, player. Now the question is this gonna work? So let's say like if I just print it when it gets when it gets generated. Hang on, there's a problem already. Node not found player. Huh. Hmm. Get root. Get tree. Get root. Copy path. Huh. So I'm assuming this is why it's not getting detected. Oops. There we go. Okay. It is now getting detected. So all I needed to do was add the main node. Should be it. Alright. So now I'm gonna also wait, I don't want the player, I want this guy. I want the answer. Whoops. Okay. This is always the hard part. I have never figured out how to make this like consistent. I hang on. I want to connect the signal attack to myself as a node, what is it? 2D from global answer, which is a label node. How do I do it through the script? To connect signal attack from global answer to yourself, a node to the instance. Okay. Globe. What? Okay. It just randomly changed my convention for some reason. Globe dot answer connect attack self on globe answer attack, and then the function. So this is how you're supposed to do it. Global answer connect, and then it'll be, let's do check attack. That'll be the function. That'll be number if number is equals the label equals to the text. Wait, this is already a label. What the hell? Also, this is, why is this a node 2D? This is supposed to be. Oh wait, it is. I'm sorry. Whoops. It is. Sorry. If the label text actually, wait, no. If first number hang on a second. How do I do this? Yeah, okay, so I can't do that. Ah, shit. Well, that's annoying. I guess this one you just have to brute force it. Finally. This one is that. Okay. Oh yeah. There. Actually, let's not do that. Because maybe it'll have decimals. And then... Problem is 4. We do that. Problem is 3. That. Everything else, we do this. Slightly cleaner. Then, we just say answer. You free. We don't have a death animation yet, but ideally that would be a death animation. See if this works. Okay, let's try to answer this quickly. Oh my gosh. 8. Oh, it's a string, whoops. Int. There we go. Supposed to be an integer. Okay. Oh, no freaking shot. No shot! 9 times 6. 19. What? Oh, what the fuck? This is supposed to happen. Not the... Not the answer. Okay. 16. 16. 16. What do you mean? 16. What? 19. What is going on? Hang on. Print. Got attacked. I wanna check if it even is receiving it. Okay, so it is getting it. Pause. Excuse me? Number. Answer. Okay, so it should print 100. Oh, what? Yeah. Is it sending this over? What the hell? Okay, nothing has spawned yet. What? Why is it not receiving a number? Did I do something wrong? What? Emit signal, a text. Do I have to specify it here? I could just do number integer, int. Turn this into an int before sending it off. Now I don't even need to do this. Wait a fucking second. This is my signal in answer. This is how I connected it. Is that correct? What on earth? Okay. That's not the number, no? Yeah, that's not the number. What? Why is it zero? Why is it zero, man? I don't fucking understand that shit, man. Why is it zero? Why is it zero? Oh, I'm really stupid. That's crazy. I'm actually brain dead. I'm brain dead. That's holy. Why did that take me so long to figure out, bro? That is embarrassing. uh, that is actually embarrassing. Holy. I don't know how to fucking solve that. Uh, 5. I don't know how to solve that one too. Is that not 14? 12, 13, 20. Ah, shit. These are the multiplication stuff is really hard. 14. 10. Okay. So it's working. Finally, a working game. Thank God. Holy. Um, the divide is too difficult. Way too damn difficult for its own good. Uh, I'm gonna need to make that shit like max. You know what? Let's make that max 5. Ain't no way. Uh, this one, the multiplication one also, holy. Make it until 5. Those are like way too damn difficult for my little wee brain. Okay, so this works. Okay, we got it working. We got it working. So we got the text working. Um, so if I do that, it'll automatically do it. Okay, thankfully. 19 uh minus 3. Okay, these are way more manageable. Last time it was like impossible. It was impossible to deal with. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, here we go. Now let's add some challenge. It's already kind of challenging, but let's add a little bit of challenge. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a stamina bar on the player when it misses. So if you were not able to answer it properly, you were going to lose some percentage. There we go. Huh. How do I do this? So I need a signal that gets sent by the enemy that if it's wrong, something like this. Hmm. The problem is that how would I connect this? Assuming I just connect it to here. So I just do the global script again. Stamina. There you go. Their answer, stamina. Self connect. wrong answer to global stamina uh, recharge. I go to stamina. Recharge. Set to 0. See? Oh, right. Whoops. There we go. 10, 20, yeah, okay. And if I do... Wait, what? Oh, 12. Oh, okay, so that presents a different problem. Because now multiple nodes are going to say, no, it's a wrong answer. Because in their case, it was not the right answer. Hmm. Because if it was the right answer, it should automatically refill your progress, or it shouldn't even show your progress bar. Interesting. Hang on. I think it's actually better if it's right answer. You know what? I have an idea. If the spawn node grabs every enemy node, in this case, I'll add a group for this, right? The spawn node is going to check if it's an enemy node. For I in get children. If I wait is in group enemy, grab the what was it? Grab the answer variable and store it in an array here. I is in group. And then this needs to be like, there we go. I think this is how you're supposed to do it. Let me see. Oops. Trying to assign an array type of array in an array int. Fine. Please. Goodness gracious. Are you fucking serious? Holy. Okay. Does it work? Non-existent function append on current answers. What the hell? Excuse me? I'm sorry, isn't that not the same thing? What's going on? Did I do it wrong or something? Okay, so that's -5. That's 24. Okay. That's like a possible solution. So the idea is that it's going to check every time for it. The problem is that one, this is too expensive, and B, this is probably only needs to be done when the player attacks. So instead of doing all of this shit, I think it will be better if I do something like this. Ah, okay. So if I do this, if contains has, then actually it's not this guy. It's no it's supposed to be spawn. This one, yeah, recharge. Okay. The enemy doesn't even need to send anything. Yeah. Doesn't even need to do anything. So that way, it's a lot more efficient. Okay, let's see. If not answers spawn, are there any? What? Non-existent function has or answers. Answers is null. Grab answers. Okay. Answers. There we go. What the fuck? What? What's going on? If answers is equals to null, which it is, invalid call. What? What? That shouldn't matter, no? Okay. What? Excuse me? There we go. What is going on there? Okay. That's 13. Cool, cool. That's, I'm gonna say -3. Okay. The 4. Sorry, what? Okay, that's 5. Let's see if another one pops up. Okay. Okay. 13. Okay, I fucked that up. 14. Okay. 1. Uh, 5. That's 8. Say -8. Okay, that works. 7. That doesn't work. 3. 8. Okay, it works. It works! Very nice. That's 20 something? What the? Oh man. Oh, this is hard. 38. Oh dear. this, this is hard. Me when I realize the game is too hard for me? Holy. I have an interesting idea. Currently, the stacking of the enemies are really annoying because A, it prevents you from answering the questions because you can't see the questions. So if it gets buried by a really hard question, you're kind of screwed because you can't answer two questions. Instead, I think it would be better if there's like a queue. So I do have to use tweens, which is annoying, but the idea will be it goes to this position, it plays the animation, and then it goes to a different position if there is somebody on the first position. So it goes to this position, and then this position, and this position, and then it will keep attacking on that position. I feel like that would be better. And then afterwards, but it's that can be annoying because that means that the amount of time that it takes for each opponent will now be like faster. Because I want each enemy to have the same duration for each attack, right? So if it reaches to here, it attacks. Otherwise, it shouldn't it shouldn't change. It should be the same amount. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna need some time to think about that because I think I need some time to brew on on which is a better design solution. Because I had a similar project like this before, where the idea was is that it was going to be like turn based. It's a turn based math game, but hmm, let's set this to center as well because I feel like it was a lot easier to read when it was centered. There we go. All right. Think we are. I think we're good. We have now made a game at least. The only thing that I do need to do is I do need to have and global stamina visible because that means that you can only attack if your stamina bar is completely full, which makes sense. Uh, I got nothing else better to do. I could add a scoring system because the scoring is pretty easy. It's just you get a certain level of points. Let's just say 100 points, and then you multiply it by consecutive correct answers. So if you get it consecutively correct, you get more points. I'm thinking, hmm. I think I'll. Oh man, that took me so long to to come up with an answer. Sorry, I was just removing dead skin off of my lips. Uh, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I think my brain has turned into mush. Honestly, 2 hours, but we got it working. We got a full version of this game working at least. So the next steps of this, I will probably write it down just so I don't forget it if I ever go back to this project again. I also should do this for the FPS project I was working on earlier. To do, add sound effects. Mm, health, add health bar. Actually, let's just remove the add. Sound effects, health bar. Parentheses, problems. Uh, different types of enemies. Upgrades. For example, like all divisors are now 5 or 10. Items that give you a pro and a con, essentially. Example, uh, multiplying by 1 appears more often, but mm, addition problems lower than 15 are automatically answered. Slain. Something like that. That could be fun. Uh, boss fights. Potentially a word problem. Turn turn based with a timer. Interspersed with regular acts. Bosses can have special specific quirks, likes, multiplication questions, addition problems that are bigger than usual, negative numbers, everything, something like that. no real end. There is an end for the game, but can proceed endlessly, similar to Balala. Avoid making items that turn a number into 1 or 0. Makes it way... Actually, I mean, it would be really funny if you can transform all the numbers into like 1. Because at a certain point, it'll probably get to a point where you'll just get so many, like, you'll get so many items. So maybe you can, like, you can only have 3 to 4 items per run. Certain upgrades can increase that threshold, or a beginning item. Beginning, I don't know, or a boost item can give you, say, up to 5 item slots. Alright, hang on. I think that should be it. Alright, think that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Thank you everyone who tuned in, and I will catch you on